Hey everyone, welcome back to Anvil of Doom episode 5. My name is Dietz. I can't believe we made it to episode 5. It's been a real slog, but we got there. We got there together, so that's a good thing. Today I'm going to take you through my Olden Demon entry. I've been working on this for about 3.5 weeks to 4 weeks, so let's get into it and I'll show you what I've been working on. So just a quick recap what Olden Demon is. It's run by Shielded Industry. I'll put his link down here. And he runs it every year on Instagram. It's just a competition where you get an old metal mini from Games Workshop and you paint it up, breathe some life back into it. Olden Demon really celebrates those old minis that we used to love by Games Workshop. It really highlights the history that was Warhammer, and it's kind of shown where Warhammer's really come from. So if you're new to the hobby, like a lot of people, you get to kind of see these classic miniatures repainted and given life, which is really, really fun for me because I love old Hammer. And in a way, it reminds us of the good old days, I guess. So I'll throw the rules up here for the competition, which you can read right now. And this is my first year entering Olden Demon. Last year, I was still watching from the sidelines, I wasn't painting. So I'm really keen to give it my best shot and my best crack. So anyway, what model did I choose? I was looking at a Dwarf Rune Priest. I took a look at Techless, which is a great model, which I really, really love. I also took a look at a Bretonnian GRAIL Knight, but that wasn't really for me. I was also thinking maybe another Mage or something like that, but I settled on TYRION, and this guy is a really cool model, very intricate details. That was until my dad's workmate sent this video here. I'll move over, this video here. I got this video, there's all these old high elf bits, and right tucked in the back there was a model which I instantly recognized and then I instantly knew that was the one. So I went and picked it up. Thanks, Adam. Cheers, I appreciate it. And this was it. This was going to be the model that I would choose for Olden Demon. So this is the Wood Elf War Dancer from Warhammer Quest. Back in 1996, I'm pretty sure. And it came with a little box and tokens, as you can see here, all the fun stuff. So I was lucky enough to get all that included. Recently, I painted a few Wood Elf models, so I was pretty confident going into it and painting this guy up. I just wanted to give this model the justice he really deserves because it's such an iconic mini. So it was settled. TYRION was in the bin. Not really, but I'm gonna paint this Wood Elf War Dancer from Warhammer Quest for the 2023 Olden Demon. Let's get into it. He came with a really cool 90s paint job. Sorry Adam, I had to strip him down in some acetone. So with the paint stripped, it's looking really good. Gave it a bit of a scrub with the toothbrush, and as you can see here, it's a beautiful sculpt, an old metal mini. Lots of nostalgia in this mini if you played Warhammer Quest. I was unfortunately not lucky enough to play Warhammer Quest, but I'm sure a lot of you guys out there did. And so from here, I started my bases. I always start my bases before I paint. I don't know why. Some people do it after. I suppose you can do it any which way you want. But I just went down to my favorite beach down the road and got some fine sand. And then with PVA glue, I glued the sand on. And after that, I went and gave it a bit of a spray down using this Vallejo white primer. I like using a white primer. You could use black, you can use anything you want. It's really just preference really, but I like the colors bright, so I always go for a white. I found that with the Citadel ones, they kind of have like little stringy bits to them, and man, I've shaken those tins up so much and they still do this, they still give me the same finish. So I swapped over to Vallejo recently and I've had nothing but good stuff. So it's a little bit more expensive, but it is a much better spray paint. So from here, I always like to do the faces, and you're gonna have to forgive me because I didn't film it because I didn't think I would be doing a video this in depth. But anyway, I'll put some photos here. And what I like to do with my faces is I use Kislev flesh as the base, then I use a wash of Gulliman flesh, and from there I get Kislev flesh out, and then I start putting it on the spots where I wanted to bring out the highlights, and I slowly mix in a little bit of Pallid Witch flesh. For the eyes, don't ask me, it was a nightmare as always, so I just got a new skinny little brush which really helped me. And so from here, I was thinking I'd better stick to the original art. I wanted to keep it classic and really pay homage to what came before. So I tried to stick as closely as I could, but giving it my little bit of a twist to the original box art. So what I did was I started applying my blues and my greens and just taking my time. That's the main thing, is taking your time. I feel like you can rush anything really, and if you take your time, you don't have to go back and fix that many mistakes up, and it leads to less, well, with me, it leads to less frustration. So I just applied my base coats, adding my greens, my dark greens, adding my darker blue tones, and even my yellows and whatnot, and just slowly working on it from there. So I got it to this point here, which I was pretty happy with. Not too many mistakes. I will always go back and rectify those mistakes, but it was looking pretty good. I applied my silvers, my true metallic metals. Now I'm a true metallic metal guy. I love non-metallic metal. I feel like I'll move on to non-metallic metal when I'm ready. First I want to perfect true metallic metal, and I think I've got a long way to go. From here I moved on to washes, and this is the fun part for me. I really do love applying washes. It does make them look a bit more drab, and you don't get the same, like you start looking at it and going, oh, what's going on here? But remember, trust the process. Always trust the process. Just always follow through, because when you get to this point, which I was at, I feel like, oh man, what have I done? But I kept carrying on and kept pushing through. So I got to this point with the highlights, and another favorite part of mine. And I'm lucky enough to have a lot of blues for my high elves, so I started applying the blues. I tried to give the vest a bit more definition and tried to make it look like it had some movement to it. I gave it some creases and whatnot there. I also, I hate painting green. I'm not that good with it. I also started work on the leggings and also the beads on the back of the hair. I gave them a bit of an orange kick. I know the box art has orange and blue beads, but I added gold to it as well because I thought I wanted to give it a little bit more warmth because I have a lot of cool tones. So 2 weeks later, I finally got to this part, and as you can see here, it's pretty much done. All the detail, all the effort I put in, I'm really liking how it's looking. I have gone back from this point and done some little touch-ups here and there, so it's starting to look much, much better. I had to do the classic yin and yang. It's just so cool. It was on the original art. Okay, so it's pretty much finished. Here we go. It's looking good, and now it's time to base. Now, this is where I suppose my filming got a little bit better, and I filmed this from start to finish. I can thank my girlfriend for this. She was the one who was operating the camera. So I'll take you through my basing steps. So I have 4 quick and easy steps. So first up, Carrick stone. I put this down in the base all over the sand, being really, really careful not to touch the feet. Now once that is dry, make sure that is dry, then I move on to Agrax Earthshade. Now I take this straight out of the pot, slap it straight on, and I put it right up to the feet of the mini, just covering the whole thing. Don't worry about it, you don't need to water it down. Just throw it straight on. Now from here, the Shanty Bone is the next paint I use with a dry brush. I've got my girlfriend's old makeup brush which I use. It's a great little brush. I can have lots of control with it, and I don't touch the feet or anything like that because it's so small and nimble, I can just work my way around the feet. So after that's dry, I move on to adding a little bit of the flocking, the gaming grass. I love to add this. Now this is my little twist on the classic Goblin Green base. In the rules, they do state that it's a Goblin Green base. It will have a Goblin Green rim, but I just like to give my models, a little bit more depth. I do love the old classic Goblin Green base look though, don't get me wrong, I've done it before. Just for this guy, I thought I tried to make him a bit more grand. So anyway, what I do, I get my PVA glue out, I just add a little dollop. You only need a tiny little dollop. You don't want it to be too big. You only want a little bit of grass on this. So I add my dollop, and then from there, I take out my gaming grass, and I put the mini in the gaming grass. Using tweezers, I carefully add the grass. I only need a little bit, just give it a soft little tap down, and then from there you should be all good. Tap the model off, try get as much of that gaming grass off as you can. Okay, now for the best part, the final step. We're nearly there, we're nearly done, adding the Goblin Green rim to the base. So using Goblin Green, I just carefully go around, going right up to where the sand is, and I try to get this as smooth as possible. All right guys, we're done, we're finished, it's done. So I just want to take some time really quickly to thank everyone. The last few weeks, I decided to do this YouTube channel. I said to myself I'd only do 5 videos and just see how it went. I'm so grateful and thankful for everyone who subscribed and liked and all the nice, polite comments. It's been really, really nice, and it's really a testament to the Warhammer community, I guess, or mini painting community at large. Everyone here wants to be here, we're all supportive, and it's such a great space to be in, so thank you very much. I said I'd only do 5 videos, but I think I've got a couple more in me. But anyway, let's do it. The grand reveal, here it is. Here is my Olden Demon entry for 2023. My Wood Elf War Dancer from Warhammer Quest. Here it is. So thanks again, guys. I really enjoyed painting this for the last few weeks. Here's some still photos in better light so you can see it a bit better. Also, what I really want you guys to do is jump onto the Olden Demon 2023 hashtag and go take a look at all the amazing entrants. Give them a like, give them some support, because they really deserve it. Everyone there has worked really, really hard over the last few weeks for this, and it's something special in the community. We have Golden Demon, but it's nice to reflect on where we've come from with Olden Demon as well. So thanks to Shilvers Industry again, man. You're a champion. I love this. I'll be entering again next year, and I encourage all of you guys next year to enter. You don't need to be a professional painter. You don't need to be a great painter. Just give it a go. Have fun. That's what it's all about. It's all about the fun. So thanks again, guys. I'll see you soon. Take it easy.